taller.
Oh.
What are the odds of a poor peasant boy becoming one of the greatest emperors of the 6th century? If I was a betting man, I'd say pretty low. However, through my uncle's influence, I left my humble beginnings, rose to the ranks, and acquired the highest position in the empire, the emperor. Throughout my reign, I was constantly working to improve the lives of my people, and therefore was nicknamed the Emperor Who Never Sleeps. I was born in the city of Teresium, which is found to Macedonia, to a family of poor peasants, in 482 AD. I can't quite remember if I have any siblings, because not too much is known about my early years. But what I do remember is that my parents named me Flavius Petrus Sebastius. Later on in life, I changed my name to my uncle's name as a sign of respect. His name means just, upright, and righteous, and it suited me very well. My uncle favored me and ended up adopting me. He took me to Constantinople, where I received a quality education. I mastered reading and writing and wholeheartedly studied the laws that govern the empire. In Constantinople, my uncle was a guard for the emperor, and they developed a close friendship. When the emperor died, because he had no heir, my uncle seized power and took the throne. While my uncle was emperor, I joined the military and became one of his close advisors. I paved the way from a chief of the Imperial Guard, and my many military campaigns resulted in me becoming famous as a brave warrior. One day I met a beautiful actress. Around the time, a marriage between a patrician and actress was prohibited. But I astutely persuaded my uncle not only to allow us to get married, but also to have the law changed. When my uncle died in 527, I became new emperor, and my wife became my co-regent, which means she helped me rule. We ruled for over 4 years. I always dreamed of making the empire great. Now that I was emperor, I could accomplish these great tasks. I rebuilt the myriad of dilapidated buildings that scattered throughout my empire. I also made military and legal changes. The old laws were difficult to understand, so I had them rewritten so they were easier for people to follow. I also removed the outdated laws and created new laws. I compiled all the laws into one book called the Body of Civil Laws. My laws were so fair and just that other countries implemented them into their own society. I was known for my Christian faith and built churches all throughout my empire. My most famous church was the jewel of all architecture, and it is still standing today. It was the first Christian church in my empire. I was never supposed to be more than a lowly peasant in someone else's empire. However, God had different plans for my life. Through hard work and my close relationship with my uncle, I became one of the greatest emperors in history. I created and developed laws to advance the lives of my people. Innocent until proven guilty is one of my most famous laws that countries still use today. After I died, my empire continued on for 700 years as one of the most influential empires that ever existed. Who am I? Nate.
Okay.
Yes, I'm Justin.